All right, we're still in admin, and if you click on the staff tab here, this is where you add staff to your company. You set up what division they work for, generally their role. So for instance, if I click on Rob LeBlanc here, I've got the staff's name, staff's email. You can reset the password here as well. And you can email that to the user once you reset it from the admin section. So if you want to change their password as an administrator, you can certainly do that, and then email the changes to them. Your staff might have an employee number, a phone extension. It's important, any of these with the asterisks are fields that you have to set up. So it's important to set the number of hours that they work per week, their billing rate, what division you want them working for, billable target. So if you want them to be mostly billable, you might want to set that at 90%, or if they're an owner or somebody that works behind the scenes writing proposals, that might be lower at, say, 50% billable target. So any of these little orange things you can roll over, and it gives you some advice on how to set that up. You might want to set up their start date, and if they have any prorated vacation. So if somebody starts, say, in March and your calendar year starts on January 1st, you might want to click that, and that will prorate their vacation calculation. You set up their vacation days, their sick allotments, number of sick days. It's important to set up the role. There's 5 roles currently in GroupThinq. That may expand in the future, but really it's set up to set up the admin privileges. So we're going to talk about that in an upcoming video here, but essentially in approvals, you'll notice that there's these 5 different categories. There's actually a 6th category for project managers, and this sets up your permissions within GroupThinq. So we'll have another video on that, but that explains the role piece. Also important to set up their employment category, whether they're full-time or part-time or contractual. If you do have somebody that's in as an intern or a contractual worker, you can also select to click this button that will hide the project. So say you've got a student that's working for the summer and you want them only to be working on a number of very fixed projects, but you don't want them to see all of the projects that your company is working on. You just select this button here, and that way it hides the projects unless they're part of a team. One of the more important checkboxes up here is whether this person's a GroupThinq administrator. And so anybody that's an administrator is able to go in and edit these admin sections. So you want to make sure that that's limited to just the people that are going to administer this. And you certainly don't want staff going in and changing variables in here as it affects the financials on projects. So make sure you establish who the administrator is and make sure they're checked. As well, you can also archive a user. So if I go in here and unhide archived, you'll see that I've got a staff member that's been archived. Once they're archived here, you click this button, select that user. They're not able to log into GroupThinq anymore, and they have no more access to it. So if you've got a staff member that might be leaving the company, or it's one of those students that may be leaving to go back to school but might come back next year, rather than deleting them, you want to archive the user. Of course, you're not charged for that, and you can always hide the archived users in here. I would avoid deleting staff unless they haven't been associated with any projects. So if you were to go in and set up a project and that person worked on a project and then you deleted it, it would impact the dependencies in the database. So you're much better to archive them rather than deleting them. So that gives you an overview of how the staff section works. And there is no save button here. All the changes that you make are automatically saved.